Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Anthony Blackwell Jr. channel. We are in for a doozy today. Myself and BP Burke are going to be doing a independent wrestling draft. So we have
local to us. Yeah.
Yes, so that is going to be the rule here. We are only going to draft wrestlers in companies that we have both worked for. Now, and the reason we're doing that is because I have a little bit of a disadvantage over BP. I work a lot in Jersey, and so so if you don't get picked and you're from Shore Star, IWA, there may be people from those companies who do get drafted still because they have worked in their places with us. So that is our basis to the draft, just to set the board. Let us know where, you know what I mean? Like we're drafting our colleges. We're no overseas players, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're keeping it fair. So I will have my company. You will have your company.
Yeah. It's like back in the day when a lot of people do this in fantasy baseball in the early days where you would have like a National League only league.
Yes.
Right? You couldn't draft from the American League.
Yeah.
Now, for the people who we do work with and we don't draft, they're going to hate us. This is designed to get us heat.
Yeah,
this is somehow.
Do not take a listen. And here's the thing too: if your name doesn't get called, maybe we'll throw some like
UDFAs,
some undrafted free agents, because there are some rookies out there that I would definitely want to pick up. You know what I mean? There's some undrafted talent. Maybe we'll do a round of like 5 undrafteds. Can you keep track of the people we draft on your end?
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be tough because the M and N key don't work on my keyboard, but I'm going to try. I have my on-screen keyboard up.
Awesome. So yeah, we have some people in the chat. Everyone, welcome. Thank you. And listen, some of you guys listening probably don't know any of the people we're talking about. This is going to be very exclusive to our area, but we implore you to go check out these talents, because if they're high on our board, that means you should probably see who they are. Right?
Yeah, a lot of these companies that we cover are going to be on IWTV. PPW is on Fight TV Plus. The Sanctuary is free on YouTube.
Yes.
There's a lot of ways to see most of these talents.
So
if not all.
I did not come in with a draft board. I'm coming in fresh.
I've got notes. I've got notes.
I may be in trouble here. Also, I'm drinking a Pilgaroo beer, and the beer is called Turning Left into Sheets, which may be also a disadvantage because we're both Wawa guys.
Yeah,
I have been converted to a Wawa guy.
I was born and bred a Wawa guy, and you've been converted.
Yes. Well, here we go. Hunter says, hello, ABJ and Brian. This is going to be fun. The Sanctuary commentary doing a draft. I love that. Well, Sanctuary commentary, and I would say Outbreak commentary, hopefully soon to be also AXW commentary. Guys.
Yeah. American
so we have a draft. We have a draft. I have a brothel coin that I've never cashed in since like 1932 in like the down south. So this is good for all night. That's going to be our heads. And then our tails is going to be the heart, which is what does that say? Best screw in town.
There you go.
All right. So you call it in the air. No funny business. I will try.
I won't even wait until it's in the air. Tails never fails. I'm going tails.
All right. Do I do a flipper, or do I just
flip it over? Yeah, flip it over.
Tails never fails. BP, you are first. Draft. You are the first pick.
First pick in the
now, Here's the deal. We are drafting 10 men, 10 women, 5 tag teams, and 5 miscellaneous. Now the miscellaneous could be anything.
Yeah,
it could be referees, it could be venues, it could be managers, it could be literally anything.
Yeah, I might spend my first pick on AW's budget.
Yeah,
that might be my pick.
And that one's gonna get.
We didn't work with that though. We didn't work with that.
We are throwing some stuff out there. So, BP.
All right, so
first round draft pick.
Oh boy, I kind of wanted the second pick. I should have went with heads because I know tails never fails. But I'm gonna go with my centerpiece, cornerstone, main event heel. And I'm going with the Mecca Brian Johnson as my number one pick.
I felt that coming a mile away. The Mecca, a fantastic pick. Former ROH, tons of work at PPW as of late. first round pick for BP is going to go to the Mecca Brian Johnson. And is there bias because you're both Philly guys? Are you drafting because you're both Philly?
No. That honestly has nothing to do with it. It's I think the guy can do everything. He can get it done in the ring. He has a great innate understanding of the business, and having him backstage is going to make your product that much better because his input is going to be invaluable. Then you put a mic in front of the guy and he's unstoppable. He can do everything. It is what they would call in baseball a 5-tool player. He is indispensable.
I love it. I love that pick. You know what? I think tonight's going to be a heel night because I'm going first round pick as well with a heel. And I'm picking him for all the same reasons you have. I think the business he gets. There's not many people who take it as professionally as this person does. You can have a show in Madison Square Garden. You can have a show in a backyard somewhere. And this guy's coming in pure professional, pure talent, grit on the mic. You need a storyline done. This guy's doing it. I'm going first round pick, Mr. Darius Carter.
That is an excellent pick. High on my draft board as well. And I think we both have some centerpiece heels that you can build a company around.
We love you too, Sarah. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Yeah.
But
great heels.
But what good is a heel without a baby face? And I think there's an extra value in the babyface side because I could name all these great heels. Like I was putting together the heel list for everything was much easier to put together than the babyface list. A word to the people out there trying to get in the wrestling, trying to build their name. And I know most people are like, oh, I want to be this bad guy. I have this bad guy character in my head. Try to formulate a great babyface character because I think great babyfaces are at a premium because they're so rare. And I don't know if there is a better pure babyface locally than a guy who did carry a company for a long time. My number 2 pick is Bro Keller.
Fuck. I knew you were going there. That's a great pick. Oh man. I think when we first thought of this idea for this episode, we had
I totally stole that from you. You picked him in a car.
Yeah. We were definitely doing this list on the way home from a show, and yeah, that's a good steal. You son of a bitch.
I was gonna leave it open for you because he was your first overall pick last time. Like I'm gonna let him try. I'll let him have it, and then you didn't take him first.
I felt like if I didn't take Bro first round, either way I was going. I think because both my picks was Bro then Darius. Mm-hmm. So I think if I would have went Bro first, you were taking Darius, and if I was going Darius, you were taking Bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I knew it. I fucking knew you. You're you bastard. Speaking of absolute dirtballs, Ricky Price in the chat. Not on my draft board at all.
I don't know if you can read my. I don't want to tip my handwriting. Yeah, I don't want to tip my other picks, but there might be a Ricky Price on this list somewhere.
I might draft Ricky Price just to sit him in catering.
Oh, you're gonna give him the old.
Yeah, I'm gonna Vince McMahon him.
Yeah, you're gonna give him the old pack treatment.
All right. Well, listen. I also need to go babyface here, but I will say this. I want to build a strong women's division, BP.
Oh yeah.
And since we're stealing picks, I'm stealing one of yours from the pre-draft.
Yeah.
And I'm going number 1 women's pick, Erica Lee.
That's a really good pick. That is a really good pick. Again, great promo skills, great to have in the locker room, can go in the ring. Can
work almost any style and her strong style, and she can work guys, she can work girls. She is a beast.
She is. I'm gonna stay in the men's division here a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay in the men's division. And so one of the rules we had is we had to have worked on a show they were involved in. We didn't say how in depth we had to work on the show, right?
Oh boy. All right.
We didn't have to say in depth. Like, even if you just rang a bell for that show, it counts, right?
Oh, I'll allow it.
Okay.
You want to hold up? I know what you're doing here.
You want to hold up that? You want to hold up that can again, real quick? Yeah, my next pick is Tony Deppen. My next pick is Tony Deppen, and that's a steal. That is a steal for a 3rd round pick.
What show did you ring a bell with Deppen?
Brewfest.
I rang the bell.
You had the camera. I rang the bell.
Fuck. That's a steal. That's a goddamn sneaky steal. I'll allow it. Tony Deppen.
Not signed. Should be signed. Should absolutely be signed.
Son of a bitch.
But my pick is Tony Deppen. And now with the Mecha and with Tony Deppen, my heels are set. They are locked in tight. I might have a few in reserve too.
Ouch. That is that is a stinger. That is a stinger. All right. I need a baby face.
You do.
And this guy's a flex pick, you know, because I think he can work. Tony Deppen is not all elite. SWAGM. Because the rule is they cannot be drafted, they cannot be signed. That was another thing. I don't know if they said that in the beginning.
Right.
And GCW is still independent.
Yes. But for instance, no Willow Nightingale. If you have the is all elite graphic, we cannot sign you. No Willow Nightingale, nobody from Impact, no Ace Austin, no Masha Slamovich. They would have probably all been off the board by now.
Taylor.
No, they are not. They are not signed.
They are not signed. All right. Ooh.
They're also not a babyface.
No. Well, this is a flex. This is a flex pick for me. This person can work babyface or heel. I think they lean a little better heel, but their babyface work as of lately is beautiful. And I almost cried during a match with this person. And I think I'm stealing someone else off your board here.
Oh, yes, you are. Yeah.
I'm going with my next pick in my men's division. I'm going JS Hawthorne. And I will say this right now. People might say that's a reach. That might be a reach.
That is,
I'm telling you right
not
now,
a reach at all.
That is someone you can build a company around. And Sanctuary has proven that. Great pickup, I'm saying right there with JS Hawthorne.
That is an incredible pickup. And I also still need a baby face. I need a baby face, and I'm gonna take somebody who is collecting a lot of gold. I'm gonna take somebody who is the current PPW champion. I'm going Facade.
I knew he was going soon. You were really stacking up that men's division, and I respect it.
I have plans. I
respect it. You know, I'll take him off the board now because I feel like if I don't take him off the board now and I wait maybe another 3 seconds here,
it might be your last chance. Yeah,
he might be signed. Not just by you, just in general.
Just in general, he might be all elite. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3 pick. I'm going Action Andretti.
That's a good pick. That was high up on my list too. So very good pick.
Standing ovation of what we going on here. So people coming in, how much did I miss? Ryan Vox wants to know. So far,
I can run down the picks. I have them.
Yeah, I have them as well.
Okay, all right.
So we're doing 10 men, 10 women, 5 tag team, 5 miscellaneous. Could be anything in that miscellaneous character side. So far, 3 men have been taken off the board by Tony, 4 by Brian, and 1 woman only off the board. The first overall pick, BP, went with Brian the Mecha Johnson. I went with Darius Carter. Second pick went Bro Keller, BP. I went with Erica Lee in the women's division. Third pick with an absolute steal, BP takes Tony Deppen off the board. I went JS Hawthorne. BP went Facade. I went Action Andretti. And that's where we stand right now.
And now it's time for me to make my foray into the women's division. And another high-level baby face that you can build a division around, and somebody we absolutely worked with. I think one of the true stars of Camp Leapfrog, Edith Surreal, is my pick.
Oh, that's
Edith Surreal is my pick.
Great pick. You know, I thought Edith was going to slide. I really did. I thought Edith would have slid down the list a little bit. But it's still a great pickup. Ooh.
And now it's on to you.
Oh, something just was said in the chat, but I don't know if that's a flag or not. I'll throw it out there and see if it's accepted. If BP throws a flag and challenges it, I will accept the challenge, or I will accept the flag on the play. But I'm gonna go. I have my good baby face. I need a heel. I need a heel woman.
Oh, I'll allow it in the chat. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'm going Tessa Blanchard.
Not signed. Has worked with us. I'll allow it.
Yeah,
That is
I'm
a
taking,
great. That is a
Tessa
great pickup.
Blanchard in my company for that pickup right there. Yeah.
I will absolutely allow that.
We never worked with Chelsea, but I met Chelsea. Well, I kind of worked a meet and greet, and Chelsea was there. I don't think that counts though. But Chelsea will be signed any second.
Yeah, and Tessa counts 100%. Not signed. Has worked with us. Totally is a big pickup. As is my next pick. Going back to the men's division, somebody who we talk about. Oh, they ought to be signed. Tell me you wouldn't want to see this guy on Wednesday night against the American Dragon. From the Sanctuary, the reigning Spotlight champion, Prince Ahmed.
Oh my God, that was my next pick. I was literally going Prince Ahmed next.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
He has taken him off the list. Prince Ahmed is off the board. Well, you know what? If you want to play dirty, I'm going to play dirty. You want to take some Billy Walker guys off the table? I'm going to take Billy Walker.
No, don't take Abs. I was about to take Abs, damn it.
You know,
I think I know where you're going. They were in their division the first off my board too. So go ahead and take them.
And I will take my first tag team.
Yep.
And I'm going the faceless ones.
That is an excellent pickup.
I'm going Face and I'm going Bougie. I know Face and Jocko. Yeah.
Yeah. Telegraphing your next pick too, aren't you?
I might be.
That's okay. You can take that pick because I'm going somewhere else. I'm going not just because I'm looking at my roster here. I have 3 in the men's singles division. I have 3 top level heels: Mecca, Deppin, and Prince Ahmed. I have 2 top level baby faces: Bro Keller, Facade. Other than, I guess, Prince Ahmed, they're all vets. They're all pretty established people. Ahmed still making his way up, but he's shooting up like a rocket ship. I really need to also think toward the future. I need people who you can build around for the long term, who, unless they get signed, unless they get lured away from you, they're pieces you can build around for a long time. So from the brand new AXW, I'm going with the American Hammer, Matt Quay.
Oh, Quay. Quay is a stud. That is a good pick right there. Wow. Damn it. I'm bouncing around a lot. You know what I mean? I'm trying to not lose certain things in certain divisions, and I think that's a great pickup. Damn it. What a great signing right there. I am kind of like a little scrolling a little bit through the social media side of things, trying to see companies and see who just make sure, because I don't have a list here. All right, I think I'm cool with that. I think I'm good with that pick. All right, I got a top baby face, top heel in the women's division. I'm still not sitting where I want to be in my men's division, but I think there's still a lot out there that I can do with that. But I'm gonna go women's division. I'm gonna take a big pickup, doing great things. Great personality, still has ways to go when it comes to learning and doing great things in the companies. Great look. I'm going to Dina Steele.
Okay, yeah, that high up on my draft board too. Very high up on my draft board.
Yeah, that's Dina Steele.
That is a good pick. And it's funny because most of the time we see Adina babyface, I really think from that one time we saw her in CFU in New Jersey, heel. If she gets a good heel run somewhere where she's an intense heel,
that was good too.
I don't want to really push hard on the way they did that, but I don't think they did a heel the right way. They did the heel like, I lost and I'm going to whine about it, where I think if you have Adina be a vicious heel,
yeah,
I think you've got something there. So good pickup, very good pickup. I feel like it's time for me to really focus in a little bit more on just rounding out that men's division, making it as great as possible. And we now have 3 great baby faces, 3 great heels. But why not have more? Why not have more great heels and more great baby faces? And I think there is a great heel left on the board. I'm going with Killian McMurphy.
Oh.
And also another person with an incredible creative mind, with an incredible eye for talent, eye for the business, eye for getting himself over, and somebody, the brain trust you're building in your locker room with Brian Johnson and Killian McMurphy, you're getting somewhere.
That's a steal this deep in the draft.
That's my number 7 male wrestler, Killian McMurphy.
If we would have went men only than women only, Killian's way higher.
Right.
But the fact that we have to kind of bounce around and pick every, you know what I mean? That changes.
And now I'm leaving myself open. I'm loading up on the men's division.
That's a great men's division.
You have a great women's division. You have 3 great talents. I still have people on my board here who I feel great with Edith Surreal as an anchor. But we'll see how it shakes out.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna take this this team, and once again, if there's a flag involved here, I will accept it. But sometimes you pick up people in tag teams that can do tag or solo. You know, you a team like an FTR. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
They just take the business seriously.
Mm-hmm.
They're methodical. They cut the ring off. There's no joking around with an FTR. And that's exactly what you get with this tag team. And you can split them up and do solo. And I think their mind of the business is really well. And just they're broke. They're just totally broke. So I want the flatmates.
Okay, yeah. I mean, one has kind of left wrestling, but okay, sure. You can have the flatmates.
And here's the thing: even if I take this tag team off the board and they don't wrestle, right? They're off the board. I still get Mr. Sunday Afternoon as a solo guy, and I have Trajan backstage helping and booking, and I think that's a quality pickup.
Totally, no, it's a very quality
Trajan's
pickup.
A great mind when it comes to just he's a goofball, but he does know the business and he can book good stuff.
He 100% is.
And he makes people around him better, even though he doesn't know he's doing it.
And it's time for, I guess it's time for me to kind of dip my toe into the tag team division here. I haven't really picked up anybody just yet. And, I mean, they just are on such a run right now. I'm surprised they haven't been signed. Again, we've talked great baby faces are at a premium. And I think this is a team that not only gets over with baby faces, they'll get over especially with kids. And if you're doing indie wrestling, you got to bring kids to your show. Bro Keller's going to do great with that. Facade's going to do great with that. Matt Quay's going to do great with that. I don't know if any act can do as great with that as Jay and Midas, the main event.
Oh, good.
My number 1 pick.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? I'm gonna do a call and answer. You're taking main event. I'm taking this team because once again, split them up. They can do great things, but together they're even amazing. Take the outfielders off the table.
They were high up on my board. Yeah.
I know who you're going with next in that tag division, and if you don't take a solo here, I don't know.
I have my babyface tag team. I need my heel tag team now.
Yeah, and I know who your heel tag team is.
I have my heel tag team.
I know who they are, and I'm not mad at you for it at all. But you're up. Your pick.
Now, I might not be going with the one you think I'm going with, but maybe I am. It's a team I've gotten to work with fairly closely.
Ooh, I know who you're going with now. It's not who I thought it was.
All right. And the creativity they have with the behind the scenes stuff, I got a chance to really see them a few months ago because I got to see their match, which is rare in the company they work for. They just lost their titles, but that's okay. I'm going with championship material, Vinnie Mac and Joey Martinez.
That was a swerve.
I think very highly of that team.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna stay on the board here. I'm gonna get one more tag team, and I'm gonna take this off the board because I know they're on your list.
How many tag teams were taken? 5 or 10?
5.
This is your 4th tag team.
My 4th tag team. Mm-hmm. Give me the Runway.
Absolutely. That's a great tag team.
Yeah, Runway's off the table.
That's a great tag team. I only have 1 woman still, and I have 7 men's wrestlers. I have 3 tag teams. I have 2 tag teams, excuse me. I only have 1 women's wrestler. And I need a second. And I know non-binary, but wrestles frequently in women's divisions, did it for Ring of Honor. We talked about them before, but we left them hanging and goes great with either Surreal. I'm taking Maxi Impaler.
Good pick. And you know what? If you didn't take that right then and there, I was, but I'm gonna take my steal of the women's division that I'm hoping that's not on your list, even though you're a smart man, and I'm sure this person is on your list in your women's division. I'm going with the Kick Demon, Janai Kai.
That's a good one. Definitely on my list.
Is that a reach?
No, not at all. Not at all. Janai's
so
great. Janai is excellent.
I need to beef up this men's division, but I do have some sleepers.
So I'm going way off the board here. I'm going into the other category for the first time.
Are you taking your first miss?
Huh?
You're taking your first miscellaneous?
Yes.
Oh.
Now I'm assuming, because this is all local stuff, where are we running these shows? We're running these shows close to us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're running them in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to run a show in Pennsylvania without Dr. Frank Romascavage?
Oh, you just had you can have that pick. I love it for you, though.
No, what doctor are you going to get?
I agree.
I got the Hall of Famer. I got the great one.
You scared me. Max is not. I think Max. All the NWA women have, I think, been really let go of their contracts, and I don't think Max was fully inside. I just thought they brought them in. Vox, you're gonna hate me for this, and I'm very sorry, and I'm probably gonna tip my hat for Brian to take this in the next round. But I'll go with a miscellaneous here, and the only reason I'm taking this is there is one downfall to this pick, though. I got to put money into it for the heat, but we need a venue.
Hey, good luck running this summer.
Yeah.
Good luck running this summer.
Well, no, the summer's fine for this place, but it's not great in the winter.
Oh, good luck. Okay.
I'm taking
a good one.
I'm taking a pick because listen, you're gonna think, and I'll just put out there. You think I'm going Hamburg, but
no, I know where you're going now. I know exactly where you're going now, and it's a great pick.
Hamburg is the most historic venue you're gonna get in this within a 50-mile radius of where we are, but this venue comes with production. This venue comes with lights. This venue comes with sound. And that
all of a sudden, you just solved your little doctor problem, didn't you?
Yeah, and I think I solved my doctor problem. I'm taking the Sanctuary as a venue.
That's a very good one. So yeah, just put me in for the Hamburg Fieldhouse. Of course, I'm going to do that. Wait. Actually, time out. I rescind that pick.
All right.
You don't need 2 venues. I can sit and wait and get the legendary Hamburg Fieldhouse at the very end of the draft now. I can relax. Unless
I want to run 2 venues.
True. Okay. We'll get there when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. But I think what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to really kind of finish out some stuff with my women's division, because I have 2 people, and I really want to make sure that we're where we need to be. And I also want to, like Matt Quay, I want to build toward the future. People who, unless they get signed, and I mean, could happen, already did. I'm building toward the future. I'm building with somebody who is 19 years old, who has been signed, recently has been released, has all the potential in the world, has been training in professional wrestling since she was 14 years old.
Great pick.
Coming back to the scene now, I'm taking Notorious Mimi.
Yeah, that's a great pick. Great pick. My 4th pick, I'm going to head over to my men's division, and I'm going to take a guy who's been around a long time, and the only guy.
By the way, you have fewer men right now than you have women or tag teams. You only have 3 men.
Yeah, you're right. I'm taking this guy, though, because I feel like he's been around a long time. I think he could help the locker room. Once again, great mind to the business. One of the older guys in the area, comes from a place that we haven't picked anybody up yet from, a company. And I'm very high on this guy. I think he's very, very talented. I could probably steal him in a tag team, but I'll take him as a solo act. I'm going Mike Mitchell.
Excellent. Yeah.
Going M3.
Even though he just lost a retirement match. I guess it's just for the yeah, he can come back in the Misc. Midnight Rider Mike Mitchell.
Yeah, the Midnight Rider Mike Mitchell. Yep.
That's a good pick. I like Mike Mitchell quite a bit. Backbreakers champion.
Yeah. I have some sleepers in the men's division that you're gonna be like, shit, these are good people.
Right on.
Yeah.
No, I'm right there with you. I only have 3 more men I left to pick. And am I going to pick one of them now?
My next pick, you're gonna be like, ooh, and you're gonna love it. I promise you're gonna love it.
I'm going to pick one of them now. So I'm a little heel heavy. I have 4 people I consider penciled in as heels, and 3 I consider penciled in as baby faces. But I think it's if I can get, because I have my little draft board here, and I have my number 1 heel, I have my number 2 heel, I have a number 3 heel. I have somebody I think I can go. I have a few options here because Prince Ahmed I didn't expect to get. So Prince Ahmed kind of jumped the board here.
That was I was taking him.
Again, younger guy, can deliver on the mic. Gotta go Rembrandt. I gotta go Rembrandt here.
You took him off my board. I love it. Yeah,
love
that was coming,
Rembrandt.
That was coming soon. That was coming real soon. Number 5. I'm taking him. You ain't ready, dog. I'm taking Miles Millennium.
Great pick. The Ghouls have been separated in the draft, though. That's sad.
They have been separated. Yeah, Miles is coming to Team ABJ.
I got the Devil. How did you not get the Devil?
Dude, you took the Devil, you took Rem, and you took Prince Ahmed off me.
I got some badass heels. You
took some shit.
Mr. I hate baby faces. I got all the good heels.
I know.
All right, so
because Rem's gone, because that was next after Miles, I have a heater for you that I'm guaranteeing you don't have on your list.
Okay, you could be very right. You could be very, very right. And do I round out? No, I think I really need to focus back in on. See, I how you feel like you have people deep on your roster for your women's division. I feel like I have that for the men's division, the tag team division.
Yeah, I'm really happy with my tag division, by the way.
Your tag division is excellent, but I'm gonna keep going in my men's division. I need some more people. I need especially baby faces, and if it's gonna be 5 and 5, I feel like I have 5. I'll put my 5 heels: Brian Johnson, Tony Depp, and Prince Ahmed, Killian, and Rembrandt with anybody.
Yeah,
I'll put that with anybody.
That's a solid men's division.
I need baby faces, though.
Yeah.
I need baby faces. And coming on the mend a little bit, but I think he'll be back before you know it. And just a wrestler who really got to me, speaks my language, my style. He seemed destined for the IWTV World Championship before he got hurt.
Can I say it for you?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Matt Mikowski.
Absolutely, Matt Mikowski.
You bastard.
Absolutely, Matt Mikowski's my number 9 pick in the men's division.
That's a good fucking pick. All right. You ready for this one? This guy recently gimmick changed. Well, not recently, but gimmick changed. He can wrestle under a gimmick or he can wrestle under his actual name. This guy, when you talk about a look, BP, this guy's look is up there.
Brian Cage is signed.
No, just works his ass off. A lot of cool things behind the scenes this person can do. Trained a lot of names. Matter of fact, trained your number 1 pick in Edith Surreal. I'm going Logan Easton.
I thought you were going to say Mike Quackenbush. Like, wow, that's
Logan Easton
LaRue.
Yeah.
I like Logan. Yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah, that guy is so.
Might even be able to get him to wear a mask and do another gimmick.
There.
I don't know who you could make him. I don't know what gimmick. I'm drawing a blank, but you could have him do something else.
I've always been really high on him ever since seeing him at Camp Believe Frog, and like I was like, wow, like under the with the mask, I was like, this guy's built, like he can move, he can like everything about this person's top tier. And then he took the mask off. I'm like, why the fuck are you wearing a mask, my guy? Stud, absolute stud. I mean, look at you know who this reminds me of? It looks like a younger version of Avery Good.
Yeah,
you know,
we can't take him, right? He's retired.
He's officially retired.
He's off the board. Okay. However, I need to beef up my women's division, And Maxi and Impaler, they're 100% a heel, unless you do some kind of wild babyface thing. I think Notorious Mimi best suited as a heel, so I need a babyface. And I need the heart and soul of Camp Leapfrog and Avery Goods' prize pupil. I'm taking Abby Jane.
Great pick. Great fucking pick. I'm going to say into the women's division too, and I will say maybe a has been off the game a long time, but if you look back at history, this person's been in the business a long time. Has traveled, has been around some very top tier people, has a very smart mind for the business. And someone who I feel came on strong this year, but is going to be even bigger next year. And they're my riding partner. They're someone like a woman I came really close to this year. And I'm saying 2023 is the year of the Crow. I'm going Riley Crow with my next pick in the women's division.
Great pick. That's a great pick. Definitely on my board here. I can even show you. I'm going to hide a name because that name has not been taken yet. But Riley Crow, well, I'm not going to hide it, but Riley, because I had, just because, again, with the women's division, and I think Riley Crow is versatile enough to go babyface or heel. But just the people on I had 6 names I went up for female baby faces. Erica Lee taken, Edith Surreal taken, not mentioned in one here. Riley Crow taken, not mentioned this one here, and Abby Jane. So I have 2 women I have penciled in as baby faces left to go. But I'm not going with the women just yet. I'm going with the tag team.
Okay.
And so this is going to be my third tag team. I have main event. I have championship material. And now I'm going to go with the team that defeated championship material for the PPW tag team champions. I only get 2 of the 3, I guess, of these rules. Or do I get all 3? Is it Freebird?
I'll give you Freebird.
All right. So not only do I get the PPW tag team champions, but I get also Adrian Soriano, the PPW television champion. I'm taking Primal Fear.
It's a great pick.
I got a House of Glory heavy tag division here, right? Main event and Primal Fear.
Well, listen, speaking of House of Glory, and you're talking about probably one of the best heels that you have out there. And I think
I know where you're going.
The board, and I'm going to take the House of Glory's Crown Jewel champion right now. I'm going to take the root of all evil, Charles Mason.
Excellent pick. That is a steal. I'm very happy with my heels, but you got a good one.
Yeah.
You got a good one. All right. So I only have one male wrestler left to take, and I have a lot of people left on my draft board here that I could go with. So I'm going to stick with the other stuff, or maybe not miscellaneous, but what do I want to do here? I have so many ways I can go, but I know the way I'm going because I was a big fan of this person. Even though we only worked with them a few times in Camp Leapfrog, I'm taking number 5 in my women's division. Has been a fairly frequent presence lately on AEW's dark matches when they've hit the Northeast. I'm going with Becca.
Oh,
I love the one spot with somebody else who's on my draft board that I'm not going to mention. But they had Becca had a great spot with them at a point.
Becca's right. I'm looking at Becca right now, so that's a great pick. And I'm gonna stun the world right now with this pick. I have 3 more spots here in my men's division, and I feel like I have a lot of sleepers. I think I have a lot of guys who maybe have played second fiddle to a lot of people, and I think in my company we're gonna give them the shine. But I need a youth. I need someone who's fresh, who's new to the scene, and who I think can do great things under the right tutelage, and maybe not so much be a giant piece of shit scumbag. And I think coming to Team ABJ can help this guy out. I'm going Ricky Price.
See, this is I played in your hand. You played in my hands here because what's going to happen? Are you familiar with a guy named JD Drew?
No.
JD Drew, in the mid 90s, was a guy who I believe was the first overall pick. It may have been a little bit later. It was a very high pick in the Major League Baseball draft. Got drafted by the Philadelphia Phillies and refused to play for them. And sat out an entire year
you're saying Ricky's
and
gonna
went
sit
back
out.
in the draft and then was taken by the St. Louis Cardinals. So you take Ricky Price. He's going to sit out and then he's going to come to my team. Yeah, Ricky Price is.
I don't think Ricky's sitting out. I have big plans for Ricky.
Ricky Price is a very good pick on my board for sure. He was definitely on my board here. So I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay in the tag team division, and I'm thinking back to what do I want to do here? I have a few ways I can go. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. I'm thinking back to what you were one of the picks you had, the outfielders, and I'm thinking back to the very first time Camp Leapfrog did the Campeonatos de Ranas. And it was the only Campeones de Ranas were the outfielders. But when they won those titles for the very first time, they beat a team that I was very impressed with that night. I'm going with Crummels and Defarge as my tag team.
Great pick. Yeah, they're super talented. My number 9 pick, I'm going with the Haas.
Of all Hosses, on my board. If I wasn't heel heavy already, like if I have a lot of baby faces, because I'm trying to build a roster you can actually make programs with. I want a good mix of heel baby faces. If I wasn't already a little heel heavy, this person would have been off the board.
Yeah, the Haas is coming off. All right.
Devantes.
Oh yeah, Devantes. I should probably say his name, right? So everyone knows. We know him as Devantes. Plus, he's got great picks in sports, for the most part, sports teams. You know.
Enjoy while it lasts. That's cool. All right, so moving on, without a moment to spare. I have 5 people in my women's division now. I have 4 tag teams. We're only doing 5 tag teams, right?
Yes.
All right, so I only have 1 tag team left, and I have a lot of tag teams left on my board here that I'm really comfortable if I get any of them. So I'm going other. I'm going miscellaneous again. I got Killy McMurphy, right?
Oh, you're taking him.
I got Killy McMurphy. I need Big Dust. I need me some Big Dust.
Yep, there it is. I'm torn with my 10th pick of my men's division because there's 3 people I'm sitting on, but I gotta go with the steal of the draft, and I gotta be careful because some people in the chat have been saying some of my picks, and I kind of been steering away from them.
I actually do not have the chat in view because it's where I had the list. I can't see the chat.
All right, well that's smart for me. I'm gonna round out my 10th pick in the men's division, and I'm going with Davey Richards.
There you go. There you go. Unsigned?
I left a lot on the table with the men's division. Yeah. A lot of things I want, but I couldn't get.
No, yeah, there you go. That's a good one. That's a really good one. But now you can't take any more. I have my pick now. You have all 10. I have my pick of anybody in the men's division I want.
Yep. There's a lot out
anyone. But I do have to round out my tag teams. And I have a lot of good young tag teams. Championship Material has Joey Martinez, who's a bit of a vet. And do you remember that hot night in Hamburg, Pennsylvania?
I remember it. I was passed out 14 times.
The night of Legends of Hamburg. And another one you're riding, buddies. He's off the board now, so you can't take him. Philly Mike Swanson. You have 10 people, so you can't take him.
I can't take Philly Mike. He was on my list.
He's on my list. I might take him. Him and a tag team that is high up. This is going to be my last tag team, so I can't take them. Diamond City War Machines. They were against a team that is a legendary team. Hung with the Amazing Red. They were right there the whole time with them. Influenced the modern tag team wrestling scene probably more than any tag team out there. Give me the Maximos. Give me the SAT.
Good pick. It's a real good pick. And you're done on tag teams, so I can sit on that tag team division for a while and let it ride.
Yeah, you're wide open. I need to pad my women's division now. That's where I got to go to work.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that as right now as I take my next woman off the board. Devontae is gonna be a great person backstage for me because we could talk football, and we need our female counterpart that we can talk Washington football with, and she's a utility player because not only can she wrestle, and she's trained by somebody very very talented, but she does graphics. She's very very savvy with that. She could do commentary, just all around
Oh,
key
she's a
player.
Washington fan? My
She
opinion of
is a
her went way
Washington
down.
fan.
Ew.
She,
I
she's a,
liked her
she's
too.
she's magical. I'm taking Kaya McKenna.
Excellent pick. Excellent pick until I found out some recent information that made me glad I held off. Yeah, that's a good one. And that was that was one of those two remaining baby faces I had on my female babyface side. So I guess I better take the last one left on my list here. So that would give me Abby Jane, Edith Surreal, and one more. I think really, really, really viable baby face on my list. Actually, I have some more because we did work with them. But I'm going to take Danny Moe. I have Facade. I'm going to take Danny Moe too. Give me the Neon Blondes.
I'm gonna rapid fire you here.
Danny Moe. No, hang on. Danny Moe is not just somebody who you want to have in the ring, but I actually get to spend. I probably spend more time at PPW with Danny Moe than I spend with anybody. Because
you know what Danny said to me last show, and I like almost teared up because it was like, oh my god, like how you just said, you spent a lot of time here, but like we pride ourselves on being first in, last out. You know what I mean? That's essentially what we do at PPW, and the people who always do that with us is usually Danny Moe and Facade.
Oh yeah.
And I went up to Danny Moe at the end of the night, and I was like, hey guys, I'm heading out, and they're like, oh man, we didn't get to chat like we usually do. Like we just have that bonding time with Danny and Facade, and that's a great pick. They're just great people.
But it's like, but especially Danny, because my kind of office at PPW is the room where we do the interviews. That's my job there.
Yeah.
And that and you don't see it on their TV, but the other wall is a wall of all mirrors.
We literally say, we're not putting anything here because this is Danny's seat.
Because Danny puts a lot of time into her look, her hair, getting ready, going through matches, and she does it in that room. It's like Danny's office. It's my office. It's Danny's office.
Yep.
So and that is somebody just high character, somebody you want to have in your locker room. And if that's my sixth woman off the board, that's a steal for me. So I'm glad to have Danny Moe on my team.
Yeah, and I'm gonna follow up with another talent that I think has already has the look, already has the attitude, great heel, but such a good heel that you fall in love with her as a baby face, even she doesn't want you to. And she's been training a lot with Masha Slamovich, and I think
that was what I was getting there.
And her stock is sky. I'm going Cosmic off the board.
And again, Rembrandt and Cosmic
separated, yeah.
Oh wow. So he's gonna be mad at you. He's gonna be mad at you when he sees this.
He's gonna be pissed that I didn't pick him. He was on my list, but you swooped in. You were playing your opponent. You played your opponent very well, especially in your men's division.
No. I'm not talking about Rembrandt. I'm talking about my next pick is gonna be mad at you, and you get to spend a lot more time with him than you spend with Rembrandt. These shows gonna be taped. Are these shows gonna air somewhere, like, to watch?
Yeah.
Are you gonna have an announcer? You're gonna have a commentator?
Oh, you're taking Paul Bowe?
No. I could. I'm taking Pete DeLong.
Oh, you scumbag!
I'll take Pete DeLong.
He's literally my number 2 on my miscellaneous list, and you swooped in and you took him. Fuck. Dude, bouncing around between the categories is a good call because that changes everything.
It put some game theory into this whole thing.
Well, you know what? We need a ref.
You do.
And there's nobody, in my opinion, and no offense to all the refs I know out there, but I've never seen someone do an hour-long match in H2O in the middle of
Oh, this is a good pick. This is a good pick.
Ref Gina.
That is a very good pick. All right, so I have some people still that I, I want to talk about. I want to talk about Misc. 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 I want to talk about And I started to think a little bit and going off board a little bit and going with like the Davey Richards pick. That caught me off guard. I'm thinking, okay, that's not really like the local scene, but hey, we worked with him. He's not signed.
And he wrestled there. Like, listen, like, no offense. Like, if I would have said like Lindsay Dorado, right? Only
I
been
mean,
to PPW one time.
I mean, how many times
independent.
you worked with Tessa twice. So you worked with Tessa
twice. But Davey Richards is someone who's been there a bunch.
Oh
of
yeah,
times.
no, yeah. He was a regular there for a little bit.
Yeah, Tessa. I fell in love with Tessa. She's just super nice, and it popped in the chat, and I thought you seen it, so I was like, man, I should try taking.
Yeah, go for it.
If you would have flagged it, I would have taken it off the board.
No.
Yeah.
So, how would you feel if I took Rachel Ellering right now?
Oh, I'll prove it.
All right.
I feel like she should be out there.
That's my 7th woman off the board, Rachel Ellering.
Well, since you're going with Ella, I'm going to take a woman off the board. I'm going to take Ella Shea.
He got the runway, so I get Chase Gold. You complete the set.
Yeah. Taking Ella Shea off the board.
So, yeah, now those women's rosters are really filling up. And so, looking at my board here, and this is somebody.
Oh my god! I just scrolled past somebody who I would have fucking easily taken on the men's division. Oh my god!
Well, don't forget, we're gonna have some undrafted free agents possibly after this.
Yeah. We get a couple. Yeah.
So somebody I only really worked with once, but a fixture in the scene, definitely not signed. She was on that show. The CFU show, the CFU show after the leapfrog thing.
Okay.
And she got knocked out in almost maybe a minute flat, but the character I love, I've seen other stuff she's done. I think she's a great addition to the women's roster, and I'm taking Little Mean Kathleen.
Little Mean Kathleen was very good. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take someone who's slipped here a lot in the women's division, especially locally. One of the most dominant female champions in the Northeast for a very long time.
On my board.
Slipped here to 9, and I think I'm gonna take her now before you do. Christina Marie off the board.
Yep, definitely on my list. If she wasn't so damn hard to get for a promo, I would have taken her. It's a running joke. Christina Marie's awesome. Yeah. So I have a problem now because I have 2 more women I need to take, and I only have 1 more woman on this list here, so I'm gonna have to reach into the memory bank a little bit. But I'm going to take the one I have now because still learning. And I think with people like Rachel Ellering, with people like Edith Surreal and that, like, there's going to be room to learn and opportunities to learn. But for my number 9 pick, somebody who I think really has the character side of things down quite a bit, I am taking Valerie Verman.
Oh. Good pick. Really good pick. Valerie Verman. That's a shit. I want to make sure my 10th here is where I need it to be. Yep. Did you take that one? You know what? I'm gonna go into the miscellaneous category here.
All right.
I need someone who is the who's who of professional wrestling. This person can do commentary. This person can do ring announcing. This person can do backstage interviews. This person is a personality and also stunning. Just absolutely great. Sam Laterna off the board.
Excellent pick.
Yeah, Sam Laterna off the board. Coming to Team ABJ.
That's a good one. I cannot dispute or argue with that pick. But I'm going to round out my women's division here. Somebody.
I have a 10th round steal. 10th round steal.
All right. Somebody who we've seen do some fun stuff, done some comedy, done some other stuff with that. I'm taking JC Storm as my final woman.
Oh, you bastard.
Is that your pick?
It was.
I'm taking JC Storm to round out my women's division. So now you have, getting to the end of this, you still need 1 tag team, one woman, and two others, and I need 3 others. 2 others. I might have missed somebody on your.
No, I need 1 tag team, 2 miscellaneous, 1 female.
Okay. Well,
How
do
you have it?
how do you need 4 things and I only need? Oh no, I need a male too. Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot.
you need 1 male and 2
Yeah,
miscellaneous.
I have a steal for my men's division. Unless you
Yeah.
take. Well, no, you can't take them. Okay.
I can't take it. I'm having some problems with this last women's pick. All right, I'll come back to it. I'm gonna take in my miscellaneous category. Actually, you know what? Yeah, my miscellaneous category. This might be a little bit of a cheat because when you take this pick, you get a lot with it. You get, and I think, and it comes with a little bit of a package deal. It's almost like you taking Primal Fear, and I think taking this is going to be a sweep for me. I'm going to take High Tension Network Productions.
All right.
Because that comes with the production side of things, the cameras, the whole 9, the video editing. That my show's gonna go out. It's gonna look pretty. It's gonna get on IWTV, and also it comes with Paige Photography.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she's partnered with them, and then you get me on commentary. You know what I mean? So it's like a triple. You know, I'm joking. They're not locked in the commentary, but HCW Productions. Because I get my production, and I get you get all around. My show will be on the internet so people can see, and I also get a camera person with it who's
right on.
Top-notch. Yeah,
right on. Like that pick a lot. So I have 2 picks left. I have to take another, and I have to take 2 others. Sorry, and I have to take a male wrestler. And I'm looking at that other. I got a doctor. I got a great manager. I got a great announcer. And you said it. You thought I was going to take him. This guy can be a ring announcer. This guy can help you with the promotion. I got to take Paul Bowe, right? I got to take Paul Bowe.
Yeah, Paul Bowe is definitely a great pick. Paul Bowe and Pete DeLong on your team.
Yeah, he can ring announce, and then there's your commentary team: Paul Bowe and Pete DeLong.
All right, my last pick just stumbled into it, and I can't believe I didn't think it from the beginning. I'm going to take Charlie Cruel for my last pick.
Charlie Cruel for your last women's division pick, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie just appeared on AEW, so Charlie Cruel is my pick there.
All right, so all you need left is 1 other and 1 tag team. I need 1 men's wrestler, 1 tag team.
Yep.
So we let it hang around long enough. Hamburg Fieldhouse. It's got to be the Hamburg Fieldhouse.
Yeah,
right?
Hamburg Fieldhouse. My tag team, and this comes with a package deal too, because not only are they absolutely a must-have backstage, we've personally been at shows that should have not happened.
Yes,
but it happened because they were booked.
It's funny because you have the runway. This team was on my list very much, and I ran out of runway to take them.
Yes.
But they were going to be my first UDFA.
Yeah. Diamond City War Machines is coming to ABJ.
And then you just solved your sound issues. You solved a lot of things.
I have a sound now. I have sound. Yeah. Listen.
You have de facto agents. I
have agents. I have a photographer if I need it. Who, listen, no offense to every photographer out there, but Paige and Pinhead are on other levels. Did you see?
They're incredible.
Photos from Sanctuary.
They are ungodly good.
Oh my God, so good.
They were going to be the cream of my UDFA crop. So
yeah, Diamond City is they're just, listen, like, and this is not even a joke. We have been at shows where literally, if you name it, the worst of the worst went down, and because they were there, they're like, and saved shows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah. Invaluable. They're invaluable.
So I have 1 male wrestler left, and this whole time I'm like, well, yeah, it's got to be Andy Header, right? Like, I got to take Andy Header. It's our guy. He's a great hand to have. He's a great guy to have in your locker room. And then somebody fell off the board.
Oh.
And a great hand to have. And if you ever want to open up a wrestling school for your team, for your promotion, The world famous CB cheeseburger, right?
Yeah. That's good. And my last miscellaneous pick, I'm torn on this. I'm really torn. No, I'm not. It's super easy. Listen, you took Dust. I got to take the best counterpart.
All right.
Mary, come on over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Mary, come home, ABJ. We're going to talk My Chemical Romance. It's going to be a blast. Mary's coming over.
So just to go over our teams here. Your team is on the men's side, the men's division. Darius Carter, J.S. Hawthorne, Action Andretti, Mint Mike Mitchell, Miles Millennium, Logan Easton LaRue, Charles Mason, Ricky Price, Devontes, Davey Richards, up against my men's division, which is the Mecca, Brian Johnson, Bro Keller, Tony Deppen, Facade, Prince Ahmed, Matt Quay, Killian McMurphy, Rembrandt, Matt Mikowski, and world famous CB.
I want to watch her men's division. Like, I'm going to be watching your company. I'm a fan of what you got going on over there.
And then your women's division consists of Erica Lee, Tessa Blanchard, Adina Seal, Janai Kai, Riley Crow, Kaya McKenna, Cosmic, Ella Shea, Christina Marie, and Charlie Cruel. And my women's division consists of Edith Surreal, Maxie Impaler, the Notorious Mimi, Abby Jane, Becca, Danny Moe, Rachel Ellering, Little Mean Kathleen, Valerie Verman, and JC Storm.
How about the fact we pulled 40 people and we only work for like 3 or 4 promotions?
And there's, like, I could make a whole other,
missing some.
Yeah, I could make a whole other roster with people we didn't grab.
Yeah.
Your tag team division, the Faceless Ones, the Flatmates, the Outfielders, the Runway, and the Diamond City War Machines. And then my tag team division, Main Event, Championship Material, Primal Fear, Crumbles and Defarge, and the SAT, the Legends.
Yeah.
The Legends.
Yep.
And then for the miscellaneous category, you have the Sanctuary as a venue, Ref Gina. I don't have a ref yet. I'm going to have to just pull somebody up the street. Sam Laterna, the HTW Network for production, and Mary Elizabeth as a manager. Great team. I have the legend of all legends. 2 legends of all legends. I have the Hamburg Fieldhouse and
your miscellaneous list is tight. Is a real
the
tight
great
list.
Dr. Frank.
Yeah.
I have the man who left Mary Elizabeth at the altar, Big Dust.
Yeah.
And then I have my commentary / ring announcing / promotional team of Pete DeLong and Paul Bowe.
And you're in the leverage. You're in the field house.
And I'm in the field house. Yeah. I feel pretty good about my company. You have a great company too, but I feel pretty good about my company.
We got some good companies. All right. Well, let's go with we each have 5 picks under. They could be any category: men, women, tag team, miscellaneous.
Wild card. Well, I went first in the regular, so you go first here in the.
All right. So my first pick in the miscellaneous category, if I have Mary, I have to have Tommy. Tommy's coming home.
Oh yeah.
I need Tommy.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I kind of ran out of space there, but I'm taking Andy Header. I'm taking my buddy Andy Header.
That's a good pick. He was coming up very soon if you didn't take him. Number 2, I'm going not off the board here, shockingly. I'm taking Tyrant.
They were gonna be on my list, but okay.
Yep.
Tyrant. So yeah, I have a few tag teams left over here. And just looking at the ones I have, just recently completing an historic run with the predecessor to AXW Outbreak Wrestling. Give me Radke and Banks, the leaders of the new school.
And both guys that could be great solo too.
Absolutely. Yep. Flexibility.
Yeah, great.
Flexibility.
Great pickup. My number 3 spot. You know, what is the one thing I love in professional wrestling more than anything?
Gimmicks.
I love gimmicks. I need a gimmick. There's a few people that you could say can be gimmicks on my list, but I think they're all going to play straight roles. I I need and I want everyone on my roster to be the in the best physical shape they can be. So we need to bring in a wrestler / personal trainer. Abs.
I have one already. Oh, Abs. Okay.
Abs is coming to Team ABJ.
I have one that's a shoe personal trainer, but okay. At least one, maybe more. If I have one that I know for sure is a shoe personal trainer.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see if there's people who are on my board here. Oh, we're gonna have a house divided. We're gonna have a house divided.
Oh no.
You got Tommy for Mary. Poor Adina's sitting there because I'm taking Kit Ref.
Shit, that was my next pick. You bastard. Great pickup. Great pickup. Oh. Well, listen, I don't know if I run a company if I want my face to be out there. You know, I might want to be one of those guys who, you know, doesn't. I need someone who's going to help me backstage, but also be the face of my company to go out there and talk to the people, to go out and do things for me while I say, you know, backstage and just collect the checks from the massive amount of money I'm going to make from this amazing roster. And
yeah, there's no better way to make money than indie wrestling promotion.
Yeah,
it's been scientifically proven.
It's the most easiest way to make all the money in the world is run internationally. And I'm not just saying that because he's hanging out with us tonight, but you know, the guy's got a great mind, and I think he's a good person to go out there and be the leader of your company. And I'm going Ryan Vox.
There you go. On my board here, but I'm going to go in a very similar direction. But I'm also going to say, like, hey, I might not always know what to do creatively either. Just like you. Just like you're going to have Ryan Vox for that. I need somebody that...
Oh, I'm going to have some guys on my roster to be backstage helping me with...
Oh, yeah, me too.
And making things make sense. You know what I mean? And you have that with, like, your headers. And
I have Header, I have Cheeseburger, I have Tony Depp, Paul Bowe.
Killian's the one to make things make sense.
But
sometimes.
But what I don't have, and what I'm about to take, is somebody that has what I like to call Paul Heyman energy.
Oh.
And there's only one guy in this area that you could call a cult leader. And he knows a little bit of everything, and he's got a big vision. Give me the steal of the night. Give me John Patrick Trotsky.
Oh, Trotsky. I felt like Sanctuary came with Trotsky, but all right.
You can't really separate one from the other. But I did.
You son of a bitch, you know, I just assumed because I was using the building Trotsky, he's gonna be hanging out there. You know what I mean? So like, he works for you, but he's upstairs watching. You know what I mean? He's in the building for me. I mean, same thing can be said for you at Vox and Hamburg.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think he lives like they have like an apartment for him somewhere there.
He lives behind the bleachers.
Yeah, he lives where all the candy was sold.
Yeah. He sleeps on a bag of George Zahorian's old needles.
All right, my fifth and final pick in my undrafted. And you're gonna shoot yourself here. This person didn't come off the board. Give me Andre Polino.
He was there for me, but I'm looking through my list, and there's somebody that really, really stands out. I just want to go through some honorable mentions that I'm not taking here. Philly Mike for sure was on my list. VSK was on my list for sure. But I don't know, NWA, he might actually have I don't know. Who else? Mike Skyros, the high tension TV champion, was on my list. Travis Huckabee, who I was talking about when I was talking about Becca, he's on my list. 410 Massive, who we saw at Outbreak, they're on my list. We kind of ran through all my women. Like I exhausted my women's division list. But the
another one not mentioned, and I literally, as you were saying,
this might be my pick. This might be my pick. So hold on one second. And maybe it's because I just had such an embarrassment of riches with heels in my men's division. Just an embarrassment of riches. But I don't have anybody I've ever seen almost start a riot. Except for this guy. Closing out the draft, give me Jay Bougie. Give me Jay Bougie.
Yeah. I love it. That was fun. I was like, and if you weren't picked, I didn't come prepared, so I did everything off the dome. But that's gonna close the book. You all.
So who was that last person we were gonna say if it wasn't Bougie?
Shit. Now I just lost it in my brain.
I mean, I feel like we could have done 10 just for the miscellaneous too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I could have taken the closed fist for production. I could have taken just any millions of people. Chio for sound taught me
Yeah.
how to do it.
Yep.
Taught me how to do it. So Chio taught me how to do sound so well that I went on to the IWTV 100 show, which was the first day I ever did sound, and I didn't embarrass myself.
And that's not a show you want to be your very first show.
Well, I mean, the Leapfrog show before it was my first show, but it was the same night. It was the same kind of experience. And
Yeah.
I was ready. I was ready to go. I was ready to go. So that's something. There's just so many.
Yeah.
There's just so many.
Well, that was a lot of fun. And listen, if you weren't picked, this is all fun and goofing around. Our area is just so rich with talent, and it's the reason why I think the Northeast Wrestling Pennsylvania scene is just so awesome to go check out and support because of how deep the talent pool really is. And listen, if you are listening to this and you're not from the area, seek out these names. You know what I mean? Go check out PPW on YouTube and Fight. Go check out Outbreak Wrestling, or formerly known Outbreak Wrestling, AXW now on YouTube.
You want to talk about a deal? You
Yeah.
want to talk about a deal? They're for their debut show. Vox, I think, is still in chat. I believe it's January 7th. I want to
Yes.
say.
Yep.
They are opening up the bleachers again in the historic Hamburg Fieldhouse. Anytime you would go to an Outbreak show post-pandemic, those bleachers were shut. It was all seats on the floor. They're opening up those bleachers, and if you buy tickets in advance, live pro wrestling, a night out, $5.
Yeah.
$5. You can take your significant other, and if you have 3 children, a family of 5 for $25.
Yeah.
That's
That's Graves,
2 movie tickets.
Yeah, Graves. The reason I couldn't draft you is because it was people that we have worked with together as me and Brian. That was the rule that we set coming in. But don't worry, you're sneaking in back door. You're going to be helping out. I got a job for you in the company. You know what I mean?
Somebody's got to sell programs, right?
Yeah, that was the stipulation to the draft. It had to be talent that myself and Brian both have worked with when it comes to the wrestling business. But yes, please go check out the now rebranding of Outbreak Wrestling. And you know what, Vox, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I have my little jacket here, right? And this is out of date now, so I need a new patch. Just put it out there. So if you get patches made, your boy needs one. Anyway, and the big news coming out of there, all over the internet, everyone's talking about it, is Kevin Kelly's new wrestling promotion.
How did I not take Kevin Kelly as one of my announcers? Damn it.
That's very true. You didn't. But,
get out of here, Paul Vo.
Yeah, you're fired, Paul. But that is essentially the company we're talking about is
American Excitement Wrestling, AXW.
Yeah, which you gotta definitely check out and follow on social media. And listen, you know, I'm happy that people are now jumping on board, but it is just listen, Vox, remember who's been there this entire time.
Vox in the chat, very, very true here. He is signed to New Japan Wrestling.
He is signed. He is
signed. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a lot of cool things coming up. PPW, another show coming up in December here.
PPW home for the holidays, December 10th at the Signature Event Center in Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania, 137 Erin Lane. And the only thing announced so far is one of my picks, Notorious Mimi, in her first, well, it's been like 6 months, so it's not like it's a giant, but their first match in the Indies, American Excellence Wrestling, excuse me, American Excellence Wrestling. I got that wrong. But it's Notorious Mimi's first match back in the Indies since,
and your number one pick's going against your number one babyface for the actual championship.
And you want to talk about, some behind the scenes stuff. Tim Hughes and one of the great minds in professional wrestling, Brutal Bob Evans, on board at AXW now as well.
Yeah. Anything you want to kind of put out there just before we get out of here?
I mean, we plugged the shows are going to be involved. Well, I did. I know you have other ones coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I always
here almost every Thursday, so I'll save some stuff for next week.
This is an off week for Murder My Dude, but that's the only thing I ever really always plug is We did have an episode come out last week, the Montana My Dude episode. We talked about 2 cases from one of the more rural states in our country, the Montana Murderer and the Missoula Mauler, which sounds like it would have been a tag team in like Mid-South Wrestling in the 1970s. I said on the show, I believe they both wrestled the Alaskan Jay York. And so, yeah, you can always check that out wherever you find podcasts. It's Murder My Dude. So I believe, I know that, I forget the name of the person we're doing in the next episode. I know we have a Casey Anthony episode coming out in December. And I believe the end of the year episode is going to be about the Times Square Killer.
Nice.
Get it? End of the year, Times Square.
Gotcha. Before I plug the ABJ podcast, I want to put a quick recommendation out, and I'm sure if you're a wrestling fan, you have been checking out. If you haven't, please do so. BP told me, please just go watch this, because literally every car ride with BP, he's like I feel like a little kid sitting, and I'm like, tell me a story, and then BP just like, here's a story about this company back in the day, and here's their entire hit. And our 2-hour car ride home is just BP just educating me on something I didn't know about professional wrestling. The Territory show.
Tales from the Territories, yeah, on Vice. Phenomenal show.
Phenomenal show. Good. Well, all right, so I'm only 4 episodes and I just finished
I think I watched them out of order. I didn't watch the Andy Kaufman one. I saw the first one we both saw. One with Memphis. I saw the one about the AWA. I saw the one about
dude, AWA was fucking wild.
It was. I saw the one about Championship Wrestling from Florida with Bob Roop and Steve Kern, and I saw the one about Stampede.
They said, like that one was like, hey, yeah, the reason NXT is in Florida is because
Steve Kern, yeah. Well, I mean, but also Eddie Graham, and they kind of mentioned this on the show. Eddie Graham, for his time, was the most respected guy, probably, as far as a mind, as far as a booker, as far as that goes. I mean, you had people like promoters, like Sam Mushnick was kind of the guy who was like the puppet master, and Vince Sr. was very well respected. But as far as a creative guy,
yeah, I mean, don't forget that guy in Minnesota. He was pretty good too.
Vern, yeah, the former champ Vern,
unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean,
Vachon is a fucking psycho.
Who? Mad Dog Vachon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mad Dog was nuts.
I said Butcher. I said Mad Dog.
That was his brother. Yeah, that was
him hanging out a plane by a chain around his neck.
Yeah, Mad Dog was most people more modern. The last thing he was really known for was that In Your House, Good Friends, Better Enemies. It was one of Diesel's last shows, and it was when Michaels had just won the title. Do you remember this? It was Michaels was a champion. It was his first pay-per-view title defense. And it's a no anything goes match. Mad Dog Vachon is in the front row, and he had I think an auto accident or something. He had to have his leg amputated from the knee down, and so Diesel rips off Mad Dog Vachon's leg and tries to hit Shawn Michaels with it.
I love it. Yeah, the Andy Kaufman, dude, that's probably one of the biggest things I would say in professional wrestling that I'm obsessed with the most, and I can listen to 1,000 stories about it and just keep learning about it. Is the Andy Kaufman thing.
Yes, the Stampede one I thought was fun too with Bret Hart and Abdullah the Butcher. That was a lot of fun.
Finished. Dude,
and
Bret Hart, Abdullah the Butcher, what's his name? Oh my god, slapping people. Oh my, why am I having a brain?
Oh, Dr. D, yeah, Dr. D.
Dr. D, and who else at the table?
The other guy, I don't remember his name, but he's more of a local guy to Calgary.
Oh my god, that was the coolest table to be around. Yeah, when Bret's like, thought it was hot dogs this whole time, and he's like, nope, I spiked the cookies.
And it's always fun.
To this day, I still don't eat hot dogs because I thought I was gonna die.
It's always fun for me when people do their Stu Hart impression too.
Yeah,
the Stu Hart, like people I never really knew a whole lot about, other than seeing Stu in Brett's corner in the crowd or something. But I will always mark out for a Stu Hart impression or a Jim Barnett impression.
Yeah,
anything like that, I'm good. You can do anything.
So good. So if you're a wrestling fan like we are, and we like to dive into history, and we like to learn about the history of wrestling, and go check out the Territory show on Vice. It's so well done. If you're a fan of Dark Side of the Ring, this will be right up your alley. The one with Jeff Jarrett, Diamond, and like all that, and Medusa. Medusa looks great still. And what's his name? The world's strongest man at the time. Patera?
Ken Patera, yeah, that was the AWA one.
That was a good one too.
Jeff Jarrett wasn't that. It was Greg Gagne. It was Greg Gagne, DDP, Ken Patera, Medusa.
Yeah, they're all blended together because my brain's mush. But they're just a good show. Go check it out. And also the ABJ podcast episode 4
Real
will be
quick,
oh, go
I'm
ahead.
so sorry. I really love how they're all like, "Ken, you did it. We know you. We all know you did it." When the
And he was
McDonald's, oh,
denying it.
it was the guy that got fired. Like, you did it, Ken. They couldn't throw a boulder through there. He did it.
He 100% did it. But I love how he's still kayfabing it. I love it. But yeah, so ABJ podcast episode 3 just dropped with Wrestling Over Everything. Go check it out. I think I'm at
Love
30,
those guys.
Yeah, 37 listeners out of 50 on the audio side of things. So if we can get a couple more plays, and I unlock the ability to have Spotify do ads so I can make a couple bucks here and there on the podcast. So even if you do watch the podcast here on YouTube, if you can go on wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Google, iTunes, Apple Music, and just search ABJ Podcast and subscribe. Leave a review as well, because the next episode, I want to start reading some of the reviews left on the audio side of things, or even on YouTube. If you go back to an episode and leave a review in the comment section, it helps out a lot.
I by the way, I need to make another 11 cents for Murder My Dude for that. Because right now my all-time ad revenue for Murder My Dude is 66.55. I need 66.66.
Yeah. So if you guys can do that, that'd be a huge help. Also, make sure you share out this YouTube channel. We're getting really close to I want to try to at least hit 300 by the end of the year. I know I got 2 months to do it. 400 would be the goal, but if our 500 would be the overall goal. But if you could share this out and tell people to, hey, go subscribe to this channel, it really helps. And just to show you how much it helps, I don't know if you've seen the post, Brian, but Facebook sent me an alert. They sent me a thing. They're like, hey, can you set up your W-4 as well as a payment plan setup? Because you're now eligible to make money on Facebook through monetization on your, not even on your reels, on your likes, shares, and subscribes.
Right on.
So we're getting traction enough that Facebook is willing to pay my brand for it. So it really shows that how much you guys are helping when it comes to liking and sharing and subscribing, that the fact that Facebook is willing to pay me. And if I hit a certain goal of amount of likes and stuff by December 16th, I'm eligible for up to 30 grand.
Oh.
And it costs you as the fan nothing, but it can help me so much. That's why I always tell people, like, a subscribe, a like, a share, it costs you nothing, but you can help change someone's life that's trying to do this as a living and be a content creator. So thank you guys so much for even getting me to that point. New merch is out now. I'm wearing it right now. The new ABJ podcast, right there, as well as I got it in hoodie form. So, and huge thanks to Chris Collins for making the logo. He sent me a couple logos over. I think right now all of ABJ merch on Teespring is 35% up to 35% off for the next couple of days. So that's like a $14 t-shirt. Once again, helps with the brand. But that's all I got. Episode will be dropping next Tuesday. It will be Corey Graves from the Anthony Graves, not Corey Graves. Anthony Graves from the Graveyard Shift podcast.
Oh, you didn't get Corey?
No, I didn't get Corey. The Graveyard Shift podcast. So come hang out with us on Tuesday. That I think that we're shooting for 9:30 on that one. And then I do have another guest for episode 5. If you want to be a guest in the podcast, head over to my link tree, which is linked below, and sign up. I'm when I start running out of people who want to do the show, that's when the show ends. I don't want it to end, but I got to get some people to fill out some forms. So don't be shy, fill it out. Or if you think somebody would be a good guest, send them the link. But that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with our draft. I know this is relatively, locked into a certain area, and a lot of people don't even know the people we're talking about, but that's fine.
We had fun. That's all that matters. We had
a blast, and this is a great way for you to learn about some new independent talent that you may not know about. But thank you guys so much, everybody in the chat, for hanging out tonight. SWAGM, Ryan Vox, Anthony Graves, Donnie, he's upset we didn't draft him. I love you, Donnie. You're still a handsome son of a bitch. Who else we got? Crisis. I don't know. I hope I said that right. Steven Chambers in the chat. Ricky Price in here, shocked that he was drafted. Another one that didn't go. We said Leo Sparrow not picked up.
Yeah, the champion of the earth. How do we not take the champion of the earth?
Mick Thomas here in the chat. There's a bunch of people, but thank you guys so much. The engagements really help, and we love you to death. We'll see you guys next time. We're out of here. I almost hit end stream without doing the outro music. My bad.